Oh
my God.
This is crazy. Okay. Hello, team. Hello, squad.
Hello,
it is Lucy.
And Alice.
And we are here for our first ever podcast episode. This is actually insane.
This is insane.
Hey,
Feels like a dream come true.
Hey, dreams happening right here, right now in the science building on ANU campus. Can we just shout that out?
Location. What if we have a crazy stalker?
What if we have a crazy... Our fans, like, they're going to go crazy for us.
Crazy.
Like, because we are the people's princesses.
We might have to bleep that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like, we're going to have to bleep that.
Probably.
Like, our exec team is going to bleep that.
Producer.
That. Anyways, we're here on ANU campus. First podcast. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling so excited. Like I was saying earlier, like, it feels like this was always meant to happen.
It really does. Like this
This
is
is a dream come true.
it is like you guys, I mean everyone who's listening is like like this story is, you're gonna be like, yeah, I was a part of this story.
Yeah.
But we've like spoke about this to like a lot of people.
Like the podcast we've spoke about obviously more recently, but I feel like ever since we met we've been like, people need to hear.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I do remember.
And yes, we're aware that it sounds obnoxious.
Okay, yeah.
But you kind of just got to accept that.
We are aware of like, but like I want to say, as I was going back to our unnamed college to get USB, guys, we are women in STEM.
Yeah,
figuring
this
this
podcast
out.
situation.
Fudge.
That was hard.
That was so hard.
I was on visuals, Luce was on audio.
Yeah, exactly. But I was like, OMG. What was I going to say? Oh my gosh. It was like a little... I'm like, oh, we're doing this ironically, but I'm like, no, we're not. And I'm proud.
We're like fully serious.
Fully serious. Like, I would not be mad. Okay, I'm gonna be really real right now. I wouldn't be mad if this blew up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not that it would, but I have had like some moments of like, but like, wait one sec.
I wouldn't be mad either.
No,
just like, I really believe we could fit it into whatever schedule.
100%.
Until it's like, so famous we can drop out of uni.
That's my dream, you guys, because I've been saying a lot recently, like at my core, I'm a lazy person at my core. And I just like, I feel, and I know we slot in really well to like the podcast community.
Yeah, I think so. Like
it would work.
I think it would work.
I want to be famous so we can be like guests on
like therapy.
Okay, well,
should we shout out our inspiration?
Let's shout out. So Therapist is like definitely up there, guys. Jake Shane. It's so funny.
It's so funny. Like him as a character. Sorry, he's a real person, but like
like his personality.
He's so like unserious, but
so
also
unserious.
Like,
but he's so serious. He's so serious about things that maybe like objectively aren't that serious. But I'd say that's maybe we're serious about serious and unserious things.
Yeah, I agree.
And Ride. You've got to talk about Ride.
Ride is a big influence. Like Ride came into my life.
When did it happen? Tell them.
I would say.
Wait, when was it?
Beginning of sem break. So.
Wait, so true.
June. So that's like 2-3 months ago. And obviously I had 6 weeks off of uni, so I needed to get my kind of education elsewhere. And that did come.
Yeah, literally. More important education.
Yeah, more relevant, more important.
More relevant for sure.
More insightful, more profound.
We love them. We loved Overcompensating.
Loved Overcompensating. If you haven't watched Overcompensating,
please watch.
Please get on
Benicio Skinner. We both realized we liked this because I was like, OMG, there's this guy Benicio Skinner, because he went on Therapist, OMG, crossover. And I was like, oh my goodness me.
Like Mary Beth.
Yeah,
and Benito and then both individually and together on Therapist.
And I was like, OMG, like, does anyone else, just this guy, Benicio Skinner, he is like objectively the hottest person to live.
Google him right now.
Do yourself a favor and Google him.
He's just objectively perfect.
Perfect. And then his personality as well is like so...
He's such a darling.
He's such a darling. Oh my gosh. So like if you're seeing inspiration, if you're also a baroni or a pussy, if you guys are pussies too, then and your media,
because
clip that.
See
Stop.
past media.
This is like, hey, that was a full circle moment saying that into the mic.
That was.
Anyway.
Wait, I was just gonna say it's funny because for those of you who don't know, Lucy like doesn't swear.
Wait, this is
But
so
hearing
true.
you say pussies, I think is the closest thing to it.
Yeah. Wait, I was trying to think of like
So
anything
that's a bit
else.
strange.
And
Not
like,
strange,
guys,
but,
the
like,
only
wow.
I'm saying it only in the context of that is an abbreviation
Yes,
for
for
octopus.
octopus, yeah.
I wouldn't say it in another way. It's all for octopus, but I do think it's funny that people like. I think it's quite funny.
Because if you don't know, then it's like,
And then it's like, whoa, because yeah, so you guys, I don't swear. So you're going to hear like it just, to give a brief rundown, it just sounds really wrong. Anytime, like, I think I've told Alice this, but when I was in, I think year 6, I was like, OMG, like people are starting to use swear words. Like, I get to,
Yeah.
like now I can at school and stuff.
yeah.
And I remember was like hyping myself up when I was talking to a friend while like walking to the car park after sport. I was like, okay, I'm gonna say it. Yeah. I won't say the B word. And I was like, OMG, I'm gonna say it. And I said it. And it literally took so much hyping up in my mind, which is probably just like a reflection of other things. And when I said it, I was like, that was so wrong. And
Have you
even
ever tried again?
no, well, maybe, but not like, I can't remember.
100th episode, would you swear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And even my friend looked at me and she was like, it was just kind of a moment of like, whoa, like that's not meant to happen.
Fair enough. Have you ever thought like,
Have I thought swear words? Yes.
have you ever thought though, like it didn't feel right then, but like now,
Maybe.
like, however many years, 8, 9 years
A
later,
long time later.
would it feel different? I don't even necessarily think so. I'm just
I don't
wondering.
think that's a good point, a good reflection point. I don't think so, because I think like the things I was like, that feels wrong. Like those things are still a part of me. They're my values. We're really big on values, you guys.
Values. We're values aligned.
We're values aligned.
And like naturally, if you're listening to the podcast, your values align with us.
Exactly.
But
it's an
that
important-
kind of segues into the first kind of segment,
Our
which is us.
first-
We're gonna just kind of run you through our
Our law.
encyclopedia first, and then our law.
And then our law. Yep.
So, I mean, I've jotted down a few,
And
but
we can
like, I'm
just-
sure there'll be more that come up
For sure,
naturally,
and
because we're
even-
so addicted to making new slang, and as inspired by Jake Shane. Nimming.
100%. We either nim or we just shorten words. Like we've said to each other, there's been points I'm like, that was not necessary to try and shorten that word.
Like it's like we're almost allergic to any word longer than one synonym.
100%. Or just, I never want to complete a word. Even if it's a short word, I want to shorten it.
Short, I would just say show.
Sure. So speaking of, and so if any come up as we're speaking, we can just do a little interjection.
Yeah.
So do you want to take us through the first? We've got written down.
Okay. So first one, dwas.
Dwas.
And that's that one. I think if you heard it in context, it's pretty obvious. But
Should we do a little context? Like,
Okay, you say something.
okay, I'd be like, Alice, like, I'm really worried about this.
No, literally dwas.
So take a little guess. And what does
Yeah.
it mean?
So it means don't worry. And usually you would say literally dwas.
Yeah.
Just because
It just sounds better.
it just sounds better because you mean it. Literally.
Literally was.
Yeah.
That one I've been throwing a little bit too much into my normal vocab, as in
Interactions
I've
with other
said
people.
it to tutoring students before, and then I've had to quickly follow up with "don't worry" and just hope that that slid over the head.
Yeah.
Okay, next we've got a cis. Now cis I feel like is a semi recent one, maybe this term,
For sure.
and it's definitely Ride
Last
inspired.
few weeks. Yeah. Oh, totally.
Totally. And it's just like, that's my sis, like that's fam.
That's your diva.
That's my diva, that's my fam. All of those are kind of intertwined. Do you want to do the next one?
Well, the next one is kind of, as we said, just acronyms.
Acronyms. So
AKA just nimming.
nimming. So that we've got an example below of the nim.
Okay, so a PEP. This one's just kind of an example of the nimming. So
Mm-hmm.
Lucy and quite a few of our other friends went
Yes.
to Europe in the middle of the year,
Woo!
which obviously we'll come back to that.
We'll get into that.
And obviously while you're planning that trip, you're saving.
Mm-hmm.
And at college, there's a lot of temptation to buy
Oh my gosh.
Uber Eats or
Fudge, yeah. Or
just
shop. Oh,
shop.
my gosh, yeah.
just shop.
Literally.
And so it had to be kind of clarified that, that's going to be a post-Europe purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the introduction of a PEP.
Of a PEP. And even within that, that's just reminded me, purchase. No, I'm saying perch.
Perch.
Just a little perch.
Yeah. PEP also doubles as oh no, never mind, not anymore. A pre-Europe perch.
A pre-Europe perch.
But that would have been things like swimmers, like things you needed.
Exactly. What else was I saying? Oh my gosh, I started saying in Europe. I forgot to mention this. I'm feeling really peck. Like really peckish.
Yeah.
I'm super peck.
Yeah.
Okay, our next one is moan. Now, moan is just such a daily word to use. And there was a little bit, this was an interesting moan for us because I wanted to use it in an Instagram caption.
Exactly what I thought of.
Oh my gosh, really? Of course. Yeah. See, one thing about us is we're going to be twin flames.
Preach.
And we were like, is it M-O-M or M-O-M-E? And it's obviously M-O-M-E. Otherwise, it would be mom.
And then, I mean, I'm sure there's so many more, but we only have one more on the list, and that's cricks. And I mean, obviously, it's an old adage. If it's quiet, you would say crickets.
Crickets.
Like, crickets in it. Because you could hear the crickets. We all know that we're all familiar with this.
Time old tale.
This
Tale is
tongue.
old as time.
As old as time, I believe Caesar said crick.
Really?
I made that up.
Oh my gosh. So one thing about Alice is she's really okay. Well, this maybe the podcast listeners can tell us, like, are you actually like really good at convincing, like at lying, at convincing people, or I'm just really gullible?
Yeah,
it's a
listeners
fine line. Yeah.
But yeah, cricks is just crickets. Again, shortened to one syllable.
And
cricks.
You know what I find?
Like, cricks. And cricks is kind of applicable not even to a silent situation. Like if there is like talking noise happening, but you're kind of like, this is kind of awkward. Like you're having an awkward conversation. And then you go to like recount that to someone. Like if I had an awkward conversation with someone and I went to tell Luce, I'd be like, it was just like so cricks.
It was cricks.
Because the other person is just not, they're speaking, but they're not actually like there.
I so know what you mean. And I so know what you mean. You know what I've found as well is that cricks is like a really, because we all find ourselves in these situations where it's like we say something to a group and it's cricks. It's like, but legitimately silence. Like literally.
Like if a joke flops.
If a joke flops. But by saying cricks, people I've found have always laughed at someone saying cricks.
Breaks the ice, alleviates the awkwardness if it is
100%.
Genuine silence. Like it's a really good joke saver. Like if you say a joke and it falls flat, which I know for me, maybe for you too, like personal nightmare.
Oh my gosh. And then I just feel the need to like
be like, okay,
cricks, or I just make it more awkward by like, oh gosh, I don't even know. anyways. So cricks is
so
good.
That's kind of our vocab.
So don't be alarmed if you're hearing a word and you don't know what that means. I mean, I have faith that people will, and let's be real.
We say it in the context, you'll kind of just pick it up.
100%. But feel free to let us know. That's actually
Send in your queries.
Send in your queries. I love to say LMK, but LUK. Look. If you need clarification, and we're more than happy to provide because we love when other people use it. It's like it's way more fun speaking when other people have it.
I don't even know if we've mentioned.
Oh my gosh.
Baboom. which
yeah,
we can't take credit for.
No, we can't.
It was introduced to us by a dear friend
who we work with. Should we do our first little shout out?
Okay, shout out Izzy Mac.
Shout out Izzy Mac. We love you and we miss you. She's over in Europe right now, listeners. Like,
and then also, I don't know if she is a fan of this individual, but there is a TikToker, Gabby Whips, who also uses Baboom a lot.
Yeah.
And maybe she created it. Maybe both Izzy and
it would make sense if they
Gabby
both did.
Just kind of both were like Baboom. But Lucy and I heard that and we attached to that word in kind of an indescribable way. Like,
yeah.
really embedded itself into our vocab.
Oh my gosh. I was like, there have been times I've said it, I'm like, that wasn't really a ba-boom moment, but I was just like, anything like ba-boom. Ba-boom. Like, try it and trust us.
It's addictive.
It's addictive.
So then, like, once you hear it, like, you start saying it, like, it's spread around college.
Like, that's kind of an example of our impact. If we had to give like some evidence, like our impact on the world is like people will say ba-boom. And I kind of love, like, it's a little bit of plagiarism because people are like, who came up with it? And we're like, us.
Yeah.
But
like,
usually we shout out
disclaimer so we don't
Izzy.
Izzy / Gabby.
Like when Izzy first said it, guys, we're just gonna have to have Izzy on the podcast. Like the stories we could tell.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like,
God,
anyways.
that would be a funny one.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be a funny one.
Okay.
Well, should we get into our meet cute?
Let's.
That's just how we met.
Yeah,
pretty
so
much.
Obviously, if you know us, you'll probably know this story.
You'll probably know this story. So this is really fun because, okay, so obviously Alice and I both know like the physical first time we met each other. But we met each other on move-in day. But
Which was the 3rd of February, 2024.
I'm not gonna like. Do you just get like a little bit like physical
I get, like, a lump
nerves?
in my throat.
I get like
my heart rate
the butterflies.
increases.
Oh, 100%. How I think we've only been talking for like 11 minutes.
No, surely longer than that.
I have actually no. I also
17.
again technology queens.
17.
It just tells me what. But okay. Anyways, no
I've
important.
got a timer, but like I said it like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So just a quick note, we didn't. So we've got when we like physically met, but then we decided when we were planning this episode, we're gonna like go away and think about when we majorly connected. And I think it's like we'll do majorly connected and then when that grew.
Yeah.
And we want to see what each other thinks. But move-in day, yes. What a terrifying day. Like,
terrifying time.
can we just talk about that for a sec? Like, fudge, the emotional, like, I was so tired that night. One, because we had to like mingle so much, but also like, I think I got there at like 1:45 maybe or 2 p.m. in the afternoon. But that whole
same.
day, I mean the day before, but that whole day especially, I'd been so like anxious. And we know for us anxious girlies, like that takes up a lot of energy.
Yeah, it does. And like, I think some people, I do think for everyone moving into college like that, that's daunting.
For sure.
But obviously varying levels. Like for some people, like they thrive. And like
Yeah.
shout out number 2, Darcy Oates.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to have Darcy on there. on here. Wait, guys, you're not even ready to meet Muffin.
So like in my eyes,
yes,
he's someone who just like his dream date would be to be put in a room with 100 people he doesn't know.
Oh, I so agree. I think on move-in day, like not to speak for him, but I feel like he would have been nervous, but more like giddy.
Like,
I was nervous. Like, guys, I'm going to keep it real. Like, we're being vulnerable from the first episode. I want to say 20 minutes before because Canberra's so small. Like, my mum and I were staying like 5 minutes away from Berg, 5-minute drive away. And I'm like, even now thinking about it, I'm like, I'm lost for words. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just going to take you through it. We were having lunch and it was like, okay, once we finish lunch, like it's bags in the car and we're going to go over. And as soon as I finished lunch, I just burst out crying. Like I was on the verge of a panic attack, you guys. And we both bonded over this. This isn't the bonding moment. But we both downloaded, is it Mind?
yeah. So Mind, Calm. We both like downloaded.
I had to do some
to
Calm. And that first night I did Calm as well.
Same. Yeah. Same. To like meditate before bed.
To meditate. Because like we're both.
Calm it down.
To calm it down. Like I'd say, maybe let's sort like what were some of the factors for you that were so like anxiety producing about college?
I mean, number one, like not being with my mom.
Oh my gosh.
My
gosh, yeah.
Like, yeah, codependent.
So, for sure.
Like having to be like bye to mum, that was insane. I was like, what do you mean?
That was
genuinely
insane.
What do you mean? And I personally was like, if I say the quickest goodbye, that's kind of the best.
Same.
And obviously like
yes,
mum agrees.
Yes.
Because it's just like you just got to rip that Band-Aid off. Like if you draw it out, it's obviously going to be way worse.
And like whenever the goodbye, like this was a jam-packed week we had. So it wasn't like I could like really feel the goodbye because it had to be quick because like if I start crying, fudge, I've got an event in 10 minutes and people are going to know I've cried.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but
and
like not at this point.
No. And I think once you open that gate,
it's
hard to close.
It's really hard.
So obviously Lucy and I are both very close with our mum. So that was hard for both of us. And I think even though the 16 personalities test tell me I'm extroverted.
That's really interesting.
I think I'm introverted. Like I love being with a group of people, but I love being with a group of my people.
I so agree.
I don't necessarily
Wait, how do you get your energy? Do you get your energy from alone time or from being with people?
I mean, maybe that is the distinguisher because
I think it is.
But it kind of both. Like
maybe you're
sometimes I'm like I just want to be on my own, but then sometimes I'm like there's really nothing I love more than like when I'm with my people and we're just having like a nice time.
Oh my gosh, it's the best. I'm 100% introvert because I love that. But I will, like, when I'm low energy, like, I do need some time by myself and then I'll energy up.
That's back, yeah.
That's my, but there's some people who like, which is crazy to me. This might be you that like, if you're tired, you need to be with people and that's what you get.
That's not me.
So, okay, I think maybe we need to like investigate this. Or maybe you're an what's the like in the middle? The ambivent or something?
Maybe.
Anyways.
Like, obviously, spectrum of introvertedness and extrovertedness.
Of course. Nuanced. Sorry.
So, yeah, I think that just being so out of your comfort zone, so in like a different spot that it's not, whoa, okay, I'm here. It took me like 2 weeks to really realize I'm not on school camp and I'm not going home.
I do remember them saying to us.
I live here now.
That first week, they were like, you can just leave, like, to walk around campus. I was like, do we need to ask someone?
Yeah, it's weird to go, like Lucy was at Uni Melbourne for a year.
I was, yes.
But, like, for me, coming straight out of high school, it's like you got to shake that high school off, being like, you don't have to be silent when, like, an RA walks in.
100%.
And, like, you don't have to ask permission to, like, go to the bathroom in class.
100%.
Sorry, that's, like, extending into uni. But it's just, like, you're so regimented in school, and then you get to, like, college where obviously you're living together and there's college rules and all that. But it's so much independence. And it's like, what do you do with your time? And like, what do you do when you don't have, I mean, I do think I'm lucky that I do a science degree. So I was really hands on, like labs.
That was probably
stuff.
Really good.
I actually liked it. So I was like, that gave me a bit of structure.
I feel like structure which is something I did like about our first week. We had events all the time, which I remember being like, okay, as in like we had to go to all these info sessions, like most of the day in that first week was planned, which I was so insanely grateful for because otherwise I would have been like, are people doing things?
Yes. I was thinking about this the other day, like how blessed I am. Grateful I am that we were put on the same floor.
Fudge, you guys.
And like obviously the rest of our squad.
Yeah.
Because obviously we have friends on other floors now, but in that first little bit when it's like you're with your floor all the time and it's like, who am I going to go to breakfast with? Who am I going to go to dinner with? Like, we clicked pretty quick.
I'd say super quickly.
And it was just like group chat was made, dinner at this time, let's go. Power numbers.
Honestly, thank goodness. Like I do think that would have been hard. And so a bit of lore, one of my best friends and like our friend Liv, who I went to school with, she came up, so I did a year at Melbourne Uni, and she came up example of the shortening, and I literally shortened uni to Yoon. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't even react. No, I know, it's so norm.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like we should try to do an episode where we do like full words. God. That's gonna be weird. Chris. So Liv was up at Berg and she was telling me everything. So I knew very much, and like my fear, you really need to pee. Wait, you can so go pee.
I'm gonna go pee. Lucy, and you keep telling this story.
I'm gonna keep telling this story, you guys. So sorry. That's okay. So let me tell you from like day dot how it kind of happened. So I knew I wanted to go to ANU from about year 11. from about year 11 because, I'm studying international relations and international security studies. But that was like my dream domain to study and to work in. So it was kind of like, this is like an obvious choice. And my dad had done a bit of work there. Canberra was a familiar city. Anyways, super good option for my degree. So in year 11, as I'm sure our listeners, you all know, there you can apply for like early entry into ANU, and then it's an unconditional offer, which is incredible because, I mean, Alice is not here at the moment, but a lot of the unis in Melbourne, you can get early entry, but you have to get like a certain score and stuff. Anyways, great option. I apply for it. I get in. I actually get into law and international relations, which is what I originally wanted to do. So I got into that, super happy, but there was always kind of this feeling of like, fudge, that's a really big move to make. And when I was in year 12, I was like this is another episode, like a whole nother episode in itself, but I was like super unwell. Like, I actually went crazy. I lost my mind. I put every brain cell into school, and I became like super obsessed with all of that. So I wasn't really thinking a lot about ANU and moving. But then as it became closer, after I graduated, I was kind of like, fudge, like this is a really scary prospect for a few different reasons. I was like, I was just like so utterly convinced in my mind that college was this terrifying thing. In my mind, it was like, be like in overcompensating, and the frat in overcompensating. Like, it was, I've really taken them on a journey. It was so, I was just saying how, like, for me, my perception after I graduated and when I was like, okay, am I going next year in 2024, was that college was like this terrifying thing. Like, I imagined it to be like the frat in overcompensating. I was like, I'm going to get hazed every single day I'm there. Oh my gosh, do we have some stories? But I was so terrified, and my kind of, for many reasons, I was so terrified. Yeah. And I was like, I just had this thing in my mind. I was like not very well upstairs, and I was like, it's going to go so badly wrong. And I just couldn't, like, I was at a point where I just couldn't get off that idea. Sure. So anyways, it was just all a bit too much. And what I ultimately decided, me and my mum and my therapist, is that I needed a year just to like take a bit of a breather after the insanity of year 12, work on myself, have a year at home. And then if I still want to go to ANU, I go to ANU, and Liv's up there, so she can tell me all about the college that we're at, keeping it specified. And yeah, so I did the year at Melbourne.
Just like,
that's so, fate. Oh my gosh, we need to do an episode. We need to be writing this down. We need to do an episode on invisible string. Okay. She's on it. I do, just quickly, briefly, we do I think this is just the classic example of invisible string, because I was like, no, like I still have this yearning to go to ANU. Like, it's kind of just, I feel like anyone who goes to uni in their hometown and lives at home, like, it's not the most like fulfilling of experiences. So that was motivating me. And Liv said to me, she's like, there's not a world in which you could regret coming. Anyways, I was so powerful. It was really powerful. And also I went to visit her in 2023 at Berg, and I just realized it's not a scary place. And I try to say that to people.
That's really good that you could like visit.
I know, how good.
Like, that was your toe in.
That was really good. I remember having a really good therapy session after that, being like, OMG, like, it really just showed me how this idea I'd built up in my mind that was insane every day. Like, most days at our college, it is just normal. And I say that to some people. I'm like, everyone's doing their thing. People have classes at different times. Like, it's a moving circus. But yeah, I went and saw her. But I think that was a fear for me coming. I was a lot less fearful than I had been previously, but there was just this feeling, and I knew from Liv that like what floor you were on did.
Yeah, big deal.
Big deal initially. Like, it's not the end of the world, but it is a big deal. And I was just, that first day, I was like, I just pray that there's people on my floor who I really connect to.
Yeah.
And this, oh my gosh, lo and bloom and behold, who do we meet? So do you want to take us through, like, how do we get to the B block stairs?
Kind of trauma blocked, but
yeah, literally.
So you get there, move all your stuff in, like, you get like, I don't know, however long. Just kind of dump your stuff in your room.
Yeah.
All this, and then there's a little intro on kind of one of the grassy bits.
Grassy bits. Yeah, yeah. What about lawns?
Anyways.
Stop.
And so you just, all the chairs are out, and the principal and like the student leaders would just do a little welcome. Welcome to Bert.
Unspecified college. Welcome.
Bleep that.
Bleep that.
Yeah, so just kind of welcome to the college, and then they're like, okay, so now we'll just split you up into your floors, and you can meet your RAs, your residential advisors, who are third years on your floor. And yeah, kind of just like get a little tour. So high stress moment because it's whoa.
Oh my gosh, it was like fudge.
So then they go. So obviously you're getting a tour of the whole college. So like, okay, so if you're on this floor, go over here. If you're on this floor, go over here. So we're all rotating around the college. So our floor gets sent to go and onto our floor. So we make our way over. I'm kind of just.
Oh my gosh.
Who are
where
these
am I
people?
going?
Who are these people? And so then we get to one of the staircases.
Yeah, like just outside, I would
Just
say.
outside.
Like outside the door.
And the very first person I introduced myself to.
Wait, let's like really clock our minds back. Like, do you like
We're walking up the very first flight.
And I think I say like,
you
I think I
it
did.
Was you. It was for sure you. Yeah.
And I was like, I don't even know. I was probably like, hey, like, I mean, everyone can probably guess how an interaction would happen.
Yeah, sorry, we don't have to. So usually okay, so we don't dive that deep into.
Hey, it's our podcast. We can dive as deep as we want. And then I think I said, what do you study?
Yeah. What do you study?
What are you
studying?
Where
are you from?
One of the two.
Something like that.
And then you answered. And then I think we're in a circle and they're like, okay, boom, let's go.
Yeah, pretty much. And then we introduced the people around us.
To the people around us.
Happened to also be like Nikki and Abby.
Nikki and Abby, who you will meet, both of them. Shout out to our baddies.
Charlotte was there.
I remember when I met Charlotte, but we can like save. We can that for her app because we'll. Oh my gosh, we'll do how we met everyone.
Yeah,
how we met, like your mother. I haven't seen that show. How I Met Your Mother.
Oh yeah. Anyways, so do you remember if Charlotte was even in this? She would have been, but
she would have been.
Sorry, Charlotte, I don't remember.
I remember my mum just texted me, "Mum, I'm recording." She would have been. I remember meeting Charlotte when we went up the stairs and we're at the front of our floor.
For sure.
But genuinely all I clock about that moment is you. Oh, and hey, isn't that a silver lining in an invisible string?
It was like I think kind of from then I immediately got good vibes.
100%. And I felt like some anxiety like lift off my chest of like, okay,
sure.
These are good people. Like, I can work.
It's tangible, and I'm like, okay, these are the people I'm with.
Yeah, and good people. Okay, wait, we do have down here, which I didn't even think about. I was more focused on when we think we next majorly connected.
Yeah.
But what did we think of each other? And we can make that more broadly as to like the first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Also, you were like quite busy because you had to do like
I was in a chemistry bridging course.
Yeah, so I don't remember M week seeing a lot of you. I remember O week more seeing you.
I think I was not there for basically the whole of N week.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Like I think my bridging course went until like the Thursday of N week.
Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, so what was like what were our first impressions? Yeah.
Okay, I can go first.
You go first.
I remember just thinking I've met the funniest girl.
Really?
Yeah. People can attest to this. Like, you would say something and I would be in tears.
I don't remember being that funny in N week.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I love that I was.
N week, O week.
It's like how I don't like. I'm like, who was she?
Now, like always. And I was like, this girl is the funniest. And I'm like, I don't even know if she's trying to make jokes, but just the way I just was like, I just admire the way she just moves through life.
Stop, Baba. That's so sweet.
I was just like, she's just a ball of sunshine.
Like
happiness and kindness. I was like, she's so sweet. I was like, I feel so safe and happy.
Oh, Oh, that's so sweet. I do remember that being a little bit of a thing of like, because I sing at random moments, and that being a moment of like, hang on, can we all just clarify, like, are these, like, is me singing like something that, like, what's the vibe here with me making jokes and me singing? Like, is it, whoa, welcome. Wait, this is really crazy singing through a microphone. Oh my gosh. Hello. So that's really fun. Okay, my first impressions of you, that was very sweet, but thank you.
You know this.
I know this. I know this.
I ain't true to this.
My first like major moment I remember you was like when you wore a bluey suit to our Hollywood Icons themed night in O Week. And I remember just thinking like, wow, this icon. Like, I don't think I talked to you much before then because IE like bridging course. And that was like, I think our first event. And I was like, oh my goodness, this absolute icon. Like she is out here wearing the bluey suit. I think I remember you actually like, I would make a joke and like you would be laughing, you know what I mean? And I'd be like, wow, okay, thank goodness, because otherwise it would have been cricks.
Potentially.
I think potentially.
There's no way anyone would be laughing as hard as I was.
No, they weren't. And I think we just had a few moments where it's like,
correct.
I was on the other side of the room and so we were on opposite sides and I'd say something with it and you'd laugh and I kind of have a moment of like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. But I just remember thinking like, this is an icon. Like she keeps it real and she's wearing the bluey suit. And this is someone I feel like I remember thinking like, this is someone I feel like I could have a lot of fun with, hanging out with.
Yeah,
like this is someone I'm gonna have so much fun hanging out with. Like we're gonna have such a fun time together is what I thought.
Yeah, for sure.
Like and have we ever. Wait, okay. Let's go straight into let's go with 3, 2, 1 and say like when it was where we think we both very much connected. Okay. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. St. Paddy's Day. Oh my. Yeah. Because when I saw that in the camera roll, like, do we have some funny photos from that night? I was like, oh my gosh, duh. A quick rundown. It was maybe, gosh, when was it? It was term 1 for sure. For sure, term 1 because I was wearing a skirt. And
she doesn't wear skirts any other time.
I low-key really do, guys. I wore a skirt like
a couple of days ago because since then I've had some like temperature regulation challenges. Anyways, that's another topic. So yes, it was term 1. We had the St. Paddy's Day event. I was like, I'm ready to have my night. You know what I mean? Like I hadn't really had like my night yet at the college. Like I hadn't made it all about me quite yet. And I was ready to do that. And I'm Irish. Some context. Lucy Sinead O'Connor. You heard that right. I am eligible. Clock it. I am eligible for an Irish citizenship. Woo! Shout out to Paul, my dad, who he'll be on.
Oh my gosh, he'll be on. Anyways, so that kind of, and I'm like very proud of it. Like I love it. I think it's just so fun. Yeah. So St. Paddy's Day, it was like, okay, this is the vibe. I remember, I mean, long story short, I get really drunk a lot quicker than absolutely everyone else. So yeah, I feel like I was. It was quite early. Yeah, that night. Right. No, sorry, not in general. No, I wish.
Heavyweights here.
Bloomin' heck. But yeah, that night, I think, oh my gosh. Anyways, so normally events, we like we go to the bar like earlier. We had pre's on our floors. And then I wasn't even really feeling it then. And then we go to this bar called Bootleg, which we love. Bootleg. Shout out to Bootleg. Sponsor us. We haven't been there in a hot sec.
No, we haven't.
But Bootleg was really the moment at the time. And we went there and there was a bar tab, which is already like, okay. Dangerous. And I don't even remember getting that many on the bar tab because it was crazy times, but I was drinking. And then all of a sudden, this is the real game changer. I don't know what this was because it's so uncharacteristic of me, but I was like, let's go. Let's do tequila shots. To everyone around me, let's do tequila shots. I mean, like, what? Anyways, And what makes it even crazier, usually I feel like if I'm going to do a shot, it needs to be a communal thing. I need to feel the solidarity to get it down. I have to have community behind me. I didn't even care. I was going up to people. I was like, our friend Angelica, we should so get Angelica on here. Like, she's future PM. And I was going up to her. I was like, just all our friends being like, I was like, do you want to do tequila shots? Do you want to do tequila shots? And like, maybe there was like one time that people were like, yeah. I was like, let's go. Otherwise, no. Did you know? I think I did 3 solo. I was doing them solo.
How many did you do overall? Like 6?
Like 6, but here's the real zinger. In the space of maybe, I want to say 30 minutes.
I was going to say 40, so yeah.
30 or 40 minutes. Like every 10 minutes I was like
slinging them.
I was slinging them back, and like I've never, like, it was easy, which is weird in itself, and we can talk about shots another time, but that's very uncharacteristic of me. And doing them by myself up at the bar, and the bar wasn't even that busy, and I would just go, I was like, no worries. Like it didn't, I wasn't even like, oh guys, come on. I was just like, no probs, I'll go and do one myself. Amazing. I did also, I think in between one of them, I got another vodka raspberry, and I remember holding it, and I was with Lizzie, our dear friend Lizzie.
Barricade Lizzie.
And I literally just let go of it, and it jumped all on the ground. And then I go up to the barman, and I'm like, my drink dropped. And I think he was looking at me like, okay, because I think he thought I wanted like a free one. But I was like, no, you, like, someone could slip.
Bar tab anyway.
Oh, true. No, it'd been run out by then. But I was like,
because of you.
Probably. And then I was like, someone could slip. Like, I'm not trying to get a free drink. Like, can we get this cleaned up, please? Like, I was like, I'm so sorry. And she was like, okay, like, I can't. I was like, no. Can, like, we just need this cleaned up. Like, I cannot have that on my hands.
Yeah.
I cannot have that on my conscience.
I mean, who was the one who ultimately fell over?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, I'm doing a lot of shots. All of a sudden, like, literally, I am like beyond drunk.
We've got it. We'll post on the Instagram this.
Oh my gosh. Literally. So I'm just like dancing. At one point, and everyone's kind of, I think, slowly clocking like, okay, fudge. Like, she probably needs to go home, and we've been at this bar for like less than an hour. And then at one point, like, I'm dancing. And then I'm a bit of a faller if I'm like really drunk. Like, and so was Charlotte.
Yeah.
Our dear sweetheart, Charlotte. So I can never, like, I don't know.
We're usually the catchers.
So true. I can never remember how I got from A to B. So I go from A to B, and I don't remember, like, it wasn't like, ow, I just fell quite the distance. I'm literally lying on the ground in bootleg. Like, I remember next day we had a fire alarm drill, and our friend John said to me, he was like, I saw you on the ground in bootleg. I was like, yep. And then I'm like sitting, and we take this hilarious selfie, and it's so funny. And then the next bar we were meant to go to was O'Malley's, which is the Irish pub. And shout out to Lily, my mother. She was like helping me out of there.
Not her actual mother.
Not my actual mother.
We called Lucy's mum into this.
She's coming to tell us. It's Angela. But Lily, my motherly figure, she was like helping me out, and I was so adamant. I mean, you might have been there at that point. Were you there?
100%.
Okay, yeah. And I was like, I'm going into O'Malley's. But it wasn't like,
it was like,
how was I let in?
It was like, because obviously if you're gone, they're not going to let you in.
Yeah.
And Lucy was just like, I can clock in.
Yeah.
Like, I can just get in.
I was like, I'm fine. I'm going in. Like,
she did.
And I did.
She did get in.
I did get in, and then
for about 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh. And then immediately I was like, yep, okay, I'm seeing everyone else's advice now. Because everyone's like, are you, no, like, let's go home. I was like, nope, I'm making it to O'Malley's. And I go in, and I was like, fudge. Not to get TMI, but I was like, I'm feeling some movements. Like, something might need to arise from my body. And I said that to Lily, but it was like, for me, okay, I'm really getting TMI here. But for me, when that happens, it's like, we got a few seconds. So Lily and I sprinting to the bathroom. My bubba like clears a path for me. I make it. Anyways, things happen. And then, do you recall that?
I was there in the bathroom.
Were you in the bathroom? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Was it crazy stuff?
It was crazy stuff. It was like,
oh my gosh, wait, tell me.
It was a lot of liquid.
Yeah.
Like, it was a lot of liquid. It was like, sorry, trigger warning if you're a metaphobic.
Yes.
But it was like, you missed the bowl the first time, so then we're a little bit on cleanup.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I didn't even clock this. Wait, fudge?
Well, like, it's like whatever.
Okay.
So it's like we weren't going to be like, we had to clean up your room. It's like you just do it. You're just in the moment and we're kind of just go.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so you missed.
It was Alice and Lily pretty much.
Yeah.
You two looking
Yeah,
after me.
I think so. Unless I'm wrong. Sorry.
No, it was. Well, you guys brought me home.
I don't know what that noise was, but anyway, so she throws up, misses / gets in the bowl, but there is a little bit of cleanup to be done, but that's fine.
Yeah.
And then I think she vomits like two more times.
Probably.
And then we're like, so home time.
Yeah. And I'm
Lucy
feeling
was
it
like-
at that point. I'm
Lucy's
like,
yeah.
oh my gosh. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's rough.
it's rough. And then I just remember we're like waiting for an Uber. Big moans after this where I was like in the Uber. I was like, fudge, I'm feeling so sick. And thank goodness we'd stopped at a red light. And all I do is Alice is like calming down the Uber driver. Like, because all I do is open up the door at the red light and I start vomiting out the door onto the street. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's crazy from you.
For me, yes. That is insane.
So uncharacteristic.
And you
But
were
it was
like,
so funny. I was trying to be like, please say to the Uber driver, please just take us home. Like,
yeah.
I was like, it's not even on the outside of your car. She
Yeah.
fully aimed at the ground. It's not
Yeah.
on your car. I swear it's not on your car. It's especially not on the inside of your car. Please just take us home.
Was he like freaking out?
And he was like, yeah, don't throw up in my Uber.
Okay, yeah. Fair
And I
enough.
was like, she's thrown up out of it.
Yeah.
Like, she's respectful.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I was like, I'm
Even
not
drunk. Respectful.
Oh my gosh. Obviously. I
Obviously.
was like, even if the car was moving, I would have opened the door and just like, I'm like, I'm not
James
throwing up in
Bonded.
here. Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Anyway, so
Anyways, then we get back.
there. We get out. I'm like, thank you. Sorry
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
Uber
yeah.
driver. He was fine. Didn't charge us. So whatever.
Oh my gosh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
And then who do we see? Okay, so I didn't realize this to the next day, but there's a thing at our college called duty RA, which just means they're like on
Yeah.
duty that night, whoever needs them.
First time calling them?
Yeah.
She was just there.
Yeah. I didn't call.
I think Lily did.
Lily did. I didn't call. But we have the Uber in the car park and lo and behold, who's waiting for us? Miss Kate Barr. And I just thought she was just waiting for me there. And I was like, this is fun. I was like, oh my gosh. No,
You get a
she's
welcome committee. when you
she's
get back from the
actually
night
just
out.
here to put you to bed.
Yeah.
We go up to my room. I literally just get unchanged into my jammies.
Yeah. you
Yeah.
get naked.
Yeah. I'm lying in bed with my jammies on, just to clarify.
Both.
Then I remember Kate saying like, do you have food? And I didn't. So Kate went and got me like tiny teddies and I'm eating them. TMI, trigger warning, but then I like throw them up in my bin.
She's
I
talking about how Kate needs like
more pay
because she's an RA and all this stuff.
and all this stuff. And I was anyways, coming back to like, that was really a bonding moment. I remember I was like, I need to text Alice and Lily
Yeah.
the next day. I was like, I'm so sorry. And didn't you and Lily get Guzman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did. So it was like win-win for me.
Win-win.
Because I was like, I get to go to bed and I got good.
But we really bonded through that.
We did.
We did.
For sure.
Like, what do you think were the bonding well, we know what the bonding elements were. I know I keep like, anyways.
What are the bonding elements of that?
I mean, we just saw you saw me at a vulnerable point.
I saw you at a vulnerable point for sure.
And Alice was like, wow. I was like, oh my gosh, this diva took care of me. You know what I mean? I feel like that was like, and it was our first like funny story together.
yeah. And there's just a lot, like to have something that you can just like look back on, make inside jokes about, like that is
Yeah.
unifying.
That's a unifying moment. Like the fact that we could look at a photo and be like,
Like I
That's-
would like actually pee myself laughing looking at that photo.
oh my
We'll
gosh,
post it on
it's,
Instagram.
and we'll post it. And the live, oh my gosh, there's just a whole like community around me. Where was that community during shot time? But when do you think we next majorly connected? Because I have thoughts. That, do you remember? Okay, so there's a thing called Unspecified Uni College Day.
I was gonna say that.
Oh my gosh, really?
We should have done 3, 2, 1.
Fudge.
I was gonna say that.
You were gonna say that because the night before we were in Charlotte's room while Charlotte was still at work,
Yeah, Charlotte wasn't there.
and we were like looking through her yearbook photo. I feel like that was a really big bonding moment for us.
Yeah, because I just really felt like obviously all of us were in it together, all of us.
For sure.
But
We were matching each other's freak.
We were matching each other's freak in the sense of
anxiety levels.
And what are they going to do to us? Because this was
terror.
our hazing day.
Yeah, fudge. Yeah.
So that was terrifying. So I was like, this girl is on my level. And I'm saying things that could happen that I'm concerned for. And she's like,
yeah.
What if that happens?
Yeah, 100%.
It's not like, don't be stupid. That's not going to happen.
I know. And then I would have felt like, yeah, of course, but I still would have had those feelings in me. So that would have just felt isolating.
For sure.
So
that was a moment for sure. And then obviously
the next day.
Lucy, Charlotte and I all shared Charlotte's room.
Yes.
We were so terrified of getting woken up alone.
Yeah, exactly.
So we all got woken up together. Another funny photo for that one we can post. But
definitely.
Yeah. And then we had college day. And it was just hilarious, really.
It was hilarious. Like, I think that's one of the moments I remember most in that morning when Alice and I joined the big group for the pre-praise and we were just peeing our pants laughing.
We would think it was so funny because we had to sit down and start singing this like song from The Lion King.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Anyway.
Yes.
I had to sing this Disney song. And just the fact that the night before we were going to such extremes on what they were going to have us doing, that the fact that we were sitting down and singing was so hilarious.
And I was like, wait, love this.
Yeah, I was like, kind of F with this. But also, the night before we were also talking about how obviously alcohol would be an element of this.
Yes.
And Lucy was like, despite St. Patty's Day, Lucy was like, I can't do shot. Like, I cannot do vodka shots. Like, shots are just kind of a no-go, but she was like, especially vodka shots. And then we get into the circle.
And we're like, they're not going to have vodka. Like,
they're not going to be able to afford it. Like,
it's just going to be goon. Like, it's fine, it's fine.
So we're like, there's no way there'll be, like, hard vodka.
Well.
We sit down, and they're obviously yelling at us, be quiet. But I couldn't. I was laughing so hard. Lucy was laughing hard as well. So then they zero in on Lucy.
Oh my
and they're
gosh.
like, they're passing a few of them around. But anyway, they get to Lucy and they're like,
no, wasn't it because of the award that we got?
True.
Anyways, I had to take a vodka shot. And they said it was vodka. And I look at Alice.
They say, you've got to take a vodka shot. And Lucy like turns to me like the fear in her
I was like,
eyes, guys.
lo and bloom and behold, I have to do it. It honestly wasn't that bad. I think because there were just so many things going on around us.
You're not that like clocked into the shot.
I'm not that clocked in. But yeah, 100% Berg Day. I feel like we just started to get the memo that like possibly like we're very
on the same wavelength.
We're on the same wavelength about these kinds of things and we're there to support each other.
For sure.
Should we?
That's our law.
That's our law. And then it just blossomed from there. We have many more stories to tell you. But from there, it was like, okay, like this is my absolute baddie. Like this is my sis. And we're in this for life.
Speaking of sis.
Next
segment that we're going to be doing is our good sis of the week.
Good sis of the week. So do you want to give a bit more detail into that?
Yeah. I mean, we talked about it before when we were explaining sis. It's just someone that's like, They were just, wow, you really just made my day, made my week. Like, I get you, you get me. Like,
we had a
you're
giggle.
there for me. We had a giggle. It can be many different things.
Just saw you from afar and I was like, wait, love you?
Yeah. Like, it's just
and
recognizing the good sis.
Because it's really important to recognize all that kind of thing.
Because we're part of the army of love.
100%. Always, guys, love thy neighbor. Please do that. I'm looking right at camera right now. Like, who knows where this video is going, but if someone on the other end is watching, just love the people around you. Treat people anyway, that's another episode.
You go first.
Okay, so my good sis of the week, this was meant to be a surprise as well, but it's ended up being the same person I mentioned I thought I was going to do, is going to be the paramedic at A&U Sport on Friday. Pretty much, long story short, had a bit of a knee gate, hurt my knee.
That'll be another episode, knee gate.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because there's law. But I hurt my knee playing college soccer, last minute fill in, was having a ball, hurt my knee.
Good pun.
The thing, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. The lady.
This is what I mean, guys. She doesn't even try.
I mean, stop it. She was such a diva. She was really lovely. She was like happy to go with my vibe because my vibe was like from tears to like cracking jokes. She was happy to do that. Plus like, awesome. Do need you to sign that form. Like, keep me on track. She kept me on track. She got me ice. She got me Panadol. She was really calm.
Good, super good. Like, just like calm energy, like good vibes for if you're
good vibes. Because I was freaking out at the start.
Real like.
Yeah, and she definitely calmed me down. She's like, we're going to do this and this. Yeah. Of course, the leche was right next to me, which just made me feel so safe. But yeah, she's my good sis for the week. Want to give her a shout out.
Yeah.
Who's yours? I'm so intrigued.
Mine is, I mean, it's pretty on theme with who I am.
Mm-hmm.
But I have lectures in this one building.
Oh my gosh, yeah, true.
Twice a week. And it's pretty much on top of a cafe.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that is like the barista or whatever is just such a sis. Like, he makes my iced matcha every time I go, and I'm a big matcha girl. So recently I'm a big matcha girl. So I said the matcha man. I don't know his name. We're not on a first name basis, but he has on some occasions like written down my order and not asked for my name.
That's impressive.
So I need to kind of reflect and be like, why haven't you asked his name? But
no, that's okay. But you don't like that's another thing. Sorry, keep going.
That's like he just, I mean, naturally, obviously he's providing me with a matcha. So obviously I'm gonna be obsessed with him. But he's just got a good energy. Like restaurant owners, cafe owners are always so, in my experience, they're just like go, fun. For
sure. That's quick, the hospo vibe.
Like just like,
but he's got a bit vibes. More of like a down to earth,
obviously, to their like.
Oh yeah, but
anyways, so he's just like good guy.
Love that.
And I'm like, and obviously, as I said, providing me with my matcha
and so makes a good really match.
Good match,
really good,
homemade.
Obviously. Oh, I mean, how much is it?
Obviously, $8.
Fudge, but is that pretty common?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very.
Yeah, it's not like extortionate.
You're not gonna find like that much of a chip. I mean, I have a matcha cake gifted to me.
But like,
squad, so
but it's always nice when someone else makes it for you. I think that's a big thing. Yeah. Okay, should we jump straight into COPO?
Yeah, let's.
And I've actually just figured out what my COPO, a better COPO.
Oh, you've thought of a different one?
I've thought of a different one. So COPO is going to stand for team. That's going to go right ahead and be court of private opinion.
Ooh, what does that mean?
What does that mean? So pretty much it just means Alice and I are going to get an opportunity to give a really, not necessarily juicy as like, oh, that's tea, but just like it's got beef. It's got like, we can really get into it, an opinion that we have. It could be about anything.
Yeah.
People, places, food, objects.
Anything.
Opinions on an opinion and current events. Like, you've got a STEM girl and a humanities girl, so we can really we've got
a breadth of knowledge.
We've got a breadth of knowledge here.
Self-proclaimed remember team.
Mm-hmm.
We're not experts.
Not experts. But then we're gonna present this case to the court,
which is the other person,
which is the singular.
And you listeners, obviously.
And you listeners for sure. Comment. And then we're going to get to like an opinion, like what's our final verdict on the podcast. Do you want to go first? I'm ready to like hear.
Okay.
I'm ready to listen.
So pretty much, okay. So my underlying idea is that I think bush stuffs are really impressive. Like,
am I going to pretend I haven't?
I thought of this while I was with Lucy.
Yeah, but that's okay.
But I've got more like
evidence
to it now.
Yep.
So I've frequented a duff once.
Yes.
And that was an interesting experience for sure.
For sure.
Lucy's gone to 2.
Yep.
So we haven't gone to one since my first one.
Yes.
Because I was like, I needed to see what it was like.
It's an experience to tick off the bucket list.
Like, can't knock it till you try. I mean,
just to say you've been as well.
This isn't my vibe. But I had to try it.
You had to try it.
So I think post that experience, I was like, they're just like not my vibe. Like, I don't really understand them at all. Like, I don't know why you would want to do that. And obviously I think that stems from my lack of enjoyment of that type of music.
For sure.
Like, power to you if you do enjoy that, but I need lyrics.
So I'm gonna need something to work with.
Stuff,
play Taylor
lyrics.
Swift, which is something
Taylor
I
Swift.
asked a man at my first bush stuff
Yes.
if he would do that. Anyways,
So I think they're impressive because upon reflection, I'm like, you have to find a random location fairly deep in the middle of nowhere so that for whatever purposes, you
Yeah.
need to be hidden away.
yeah.
Create this whole little infrastructure of artwork and sculptures and
Yep.
obviously set up the little DJ booth section. I was about to say sec, but anyway. And I'm like, that is impressive. Like the planners, coordinators of a bush stuff, like
Yeah.
you have my respect because
It's a logistical nightmare.
logistical nightmare. Like you've got to, I mean,
People are hyped as well.
people have high expectations. It's a crazy environment. Like
Yeah.
dropping, coordinates at 11:30 and then doing
Well, if you send the
glow-stick
wrong
path.
ones.
Imagine if
Oh my gosh, I do that.
So another part of it, I was talking to kind of a source,
Yeah.
Evie,
Yeah.
who went sober. So
Good on her.
she drove there and back.
Oh my gosh.
So fully
Where did she
sober.
park?
It was like the entrance was like near a car park.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, so I was talking to her today because I was like, what do you think of doofs? Because I know that obviously a lot of people have said doofs are kind of just an excuse to do drugs.
Oh, yeah.
And I understand this perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Lucy and I are not into that scene.
Yeah. We don't participate.
If you do, power to you.
Power to you. That's
Gonna
your
yum. That's your prerogative.
That's your body, your choice. But for us, it's a no-go.
For real. So only drug I've done is like Panadol. So
Yeah.
I am talking to Evie because she is also not into drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I went to a podcast. I went to a Dove and got so obliterated one time.
Yeah.
Sorry, Evie, I'm kind of putting you on blast. But she was like, it's just scary because you've got zero control of your body with all these randoms who also don't have control of their mind and body, and you're in the middle of the bush and you can't get out, all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, exactly why I hate
So
strong
sorry.
strong word, but don't like doves.
Yeah, 100%. But how did she go sober?
So pretty much she was like, how long are you going to be at college, 20, 21 years old, able to go to a doof and then recover the next day and have that experience? She's like, you're not going to be going to bush doofs in Sydney. Like, moving to Canberra was the first time I've ever heard of a bush doof.
Same.
And people come to Canberra for doofs.
They do. This is true.
And she was sort of like, it's so random and it's so
is so
crazy
random.
and it is so uncertain. But she's like, I just kind of lean into it. And I'm just like, this
Okay.
is kind of fun. And she was like, it's very much a out of body experience. Like you just kind of get to fully escape reality. And like, obviously there's still, I was like, what about just the stress? Like people around
100%.
you who aren't sober.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, obviously that
Does
is
she like the
scary.
techno music?
Oh my God, I didn't even ask that. I think she does.
She
than
must.
us. She must. And she was just like, I was like, what about the safety of others and yourself? Just
yeah.
like curious.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I was like, that stresses me out.
for sure.
And she's like, it's obviously that, like, I have the nerves, but I've also got that, like, thrill of, like, being in the middle of nowhere. And it's so
Wow.
random. And it's, like, kind of such a fun story to tell kind of at the end of the day.
I do agree. I agree to the extent though that like I achieved all those things in my 2 bush doofs and like
Yeah.
that's enough for me. But I do agree. I think if it like ultimately also like at my first one I was like, okay, I'm kind of bored. Like I'm kind of bored of the music. My second one I was like, actually just get me out. I feel like I want to be in bed.
Yeah.
My first one I was like, this is fun, but the music is just truly like it's not my vibe. And again, if it is your vibe, I love that for you. And I know there's a massive community out there who do love it.
Yeah, for sure.
But for me, it's no massive vibe. But I so agree. I think it is for some people, it's like it's a form of expression.
Yeah.
It's a way to connect. It is like a fun little journey to have, a story to tell.
For sure, a story to tell. Like, that's a
Oh,
cool
for
thing.
sure. Absolutely. And it's a logistical nightmare. So, like, Some of those bushes, I'm like, there's not a clear driveway to like drive a car up. You have to carry the stuff up.
Literally, like, I don't know how they do it.
That's like, and that's very impressive.
That is like a really impressive feat.
A really impressive feat.
Objectively.
Objectively, that is an impressive feat. So I love that. Okay,
just
well.
I recognize that I've been quite negative towards them. So I'm like, I do actually also really am impressed by them.
You're trying to be balanced. I'm gonna go ahead and keep being pretty negative about them.
That's okay.
Just for myself, I'm like for like how me and a bush stuff's like relationship. I'm like, I'm happy to be negative.
Yeah,
but
I'm looking at my computer, but she's telling me someone's trying to hack into my computer.
Oh my gosh! Hello, we're having something happen real life on the pod. Wait, fudge.
So I'm just securing my account.
Okay,
but give me your verdict.
I'm gonna give you my verdict. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and keep being negative towards bush doves, just in the sense of like being negative if someone was to ask me like, how would I go if I went to a bush dove? Like it's completely like a me prob and like me. Like it's just, I just know it's like it might not be the worst thing in the world. Maybe negative is like too strong of a word, but it's just like I'd rather spend my time doing other things. But having said that, I do so agree. And I think it is really fun when other people go to them as well, because they come back with stories and you see them at brekkie in their clothes and it's like, OMG, how was your night? And I do enjoy them more living through other people. And I do agree, it's a logistical nightmare. I've actually thought about that quite a bit since I learned about what bush shifts were. Like I want to be taken through a behind the scenes. How does it start? How do they find the location?
Yeah, any organizers of a dove, if you would have us, if you want a platform, and if you
I'll do the behind the scenes stuff. Like I want to go when you're like looking for a location.
Can you take us on the scout for the location as well as maybe the setup, and then we'll kind of just head out once it gets dark.
For sure, once it gets dark, and again, just the music for me. But I do respect it. There's a massive community. One of our friends were my best friends. And Miss Jem, she's really gotten into techno. So through her, through her, I appreciate the community. You know what I mean? And so a verdict is, I agree. Bush stuffs are an impressive feat. That is what COPO is saying.
That's what COPO. Sweet.
Okay, you ready for mine?
Yes. Shoot. Go. I'm so ready.
Okay.
I'm excited. I don't know it.
No, I know. So mine is, and I'm going to need to phrase this in the right way, but like to me, I was like just inspired by something we were saying before. Names like aren't massively important to me. Like I think the connection that one can build with a person without knowing their name, this can speak more broadly. And I do want to get into this.
We talked about this earlier today. If you just like really quickly move past when someone tells you their name.
Yeah, because I'm just, yes. Because I just like, I'm so much more focused on like making a connection with this person, active listening, which is ironic because I don't hear the name. Well, I hear the name, but I'm way more focused on what's my response going to be, engagement, all that kind of thing. That the name often, I'm like, fudge, what was the name? What was the name? But to me, like I think you can just, and this is broader as well. I think language barriers, I think that's a really beautiful thing, how you can create such a connection with a person if you literally don't speak a word of the other language.
True. And that is really cool.
It's so cool.
Do you know what the universal language is?
Love. What were you going to say? Love, really? But it is. It's like
emotions are the universal language.
They are. Ultimately.
Laughter, crying.
Exactly. And just like expressions and showing like that you're both like interested and you're both like trying. Yeah. I think that is really beautiful, and it just shows how like ultimately you can form a connection with anyone. So back to the names, I think this also comes to like, I don't really care if someone gets my name wrong. Like if someone called me like the wrong name, that wouldn't be offensive to me at all.
I agree.
Would it be? Because it's okay, obviously, if it is for you. If it's like, obviously there's a caveat of if it's like, especially if it's like malicious. If it's malicious, then I would more feel like, oh my gosh, I feel really like hurt. But if it's just someone genuinely gets the wrong name or spells it wrong,
think that's something to be.
I'm not hurt by that.
I'm not
For me
offended by that.
personally,
For me personally, I'm not offended by that.
and I can see nuance. I can see, hey, can I acknowledge quickly our privilege? Like I do know if I had more of like a cultured name or something that could hurt because that just came to my mind because that could be really like stuff you like respect my culture, which I so respect. And hey, if you feel upset about that, I'm upset for you. And I will take care.
I was going to say, I don't think that's something to be offended about, but you're actually so right. There are cases where it could be so offensive. Even if you didn't, if it's not malicious, it is kind of just like ignorance. The sniff. So that's interesting. And then also another caveat is like, we'll always try. But if someone said for me personally, like I'm not offended if someone gets my name wrong. Like I think the connection and it just goes to like, well, if we have a values connection, then I don't need to know your name. I just need to know if I know your values. So that's for me. What are your thoughts on that? I really agree with that. Like, I went through a bit of a roller coaster there because I was like, I don't think you need to be getting offended if someone gets your name wrong.
Same.
But I can definitely see why you may get, even if it wasn't
for sure.
with malicious intent behind
for sure.
But for me personally, I would be innocent of getting angry if someone got my name wrong.
100%.
Obviously, bar it being
malicious. Yeah. And just a little shout out to all our followers. You know, it's still an important thing to do. But if you're in a conversation and you're like, fudge, what is this person's name?
Do you have any tips for finding out the name?
Zero. Because I usually like just roll with it. And I'm like, I guess this is also in the context of college, but I'm like, it's going to come up.
Oh, so true.
I'm going to see the door sign. I can check in a sec. So I don't.
That's true.
I mean, something that I've become more comfortable with is just saying to someone like, OMG, I'm so sorry. But like, okay, obviously this is like, has to be kind of first couple of times meeting them. But like, I'm so sorry. Like I completely forgot your name. And if you say that, like no one's going to be like, well, that's crazy. Especially if you only met a few times. I think if you get someone's name wrong, does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you like pronounce someone's name wrong or you are more of a culture name, you spell that wrong.
Nuance this. So
yeah, what?
So do you think it would be valid to get upset if someone forgot your name? Or do you think it's only if someone's like disrespecting it in the sense that they're saying it wrong?
I think there's two things. I think if someone's like forgotten your name, but it was like, we've had a few of these where it's like, what's your name? But it's like you've been existing around them for so long and all the people, and it's kind of said in a way where it's like, who are you?
Who even are you?
If it's said in that way, if it's like a genuine like, this is ridiculous.
If it's a genuine
and you'll be able to tell.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I think it's valid to get mad.
For me, I wouldn't get mad.
Do you think it's valid to get mad?
No. Like it's so circumstantial and I have to know your history and your background, but
I need to know your values.
No, I don't think it's like, you can be upset for showing that's your prerogative, but I don't think like, well, that was just rude. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's totally fine. Like I'm not at the center of your world. I don't expect
think
that.
About how many people they know and me.
100%. But it has to be said in the right way, of course, of like.
Yeah, well, be respectful.
Be respectful. Then the caveat, I guess, is more if you mispronounce or if you misspell and a very on purpose, or if you're corrected, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's more pronounced. And I'm talking about more kind of like cultured names here. You know what I mean? Like names from, you know, non-white people. I do think it's a white privilege
about Irish names and how
for sure
it's still white, but
but still
how they're spelt one way and just pronounced the complete, like you'd never really be able to guess.
You won't be able to guess. And I think like that's okay if it's like hard. It's like, oh, how would I pronounce that? But once you like just ask, or if you get it wrong and they like they say to you like, oh no, it's like just pronounce that way. It's like, okay, perfect. Like be respectful of people's names, especially if it's from a non-white, like it's a non-white last name. I don't even know. You know, you guys know what we mean. Yeah. Then it's like, wow, that's just like, put some respect on that name.
Literally.
Put some respect on that name, 100%. Literally. I think that's actually really fascinating.
That is fascinating.
I remember like I don't know his name, but this guy who's a comedian. I know his face. I know people's faces. I don't know their names. That's the thing about me, you guys. I know people's faces. I don't know their names. And this is people from everywhere. I just don't know. Yeah. Then he was on Jimmy Fallon or something, and he was like, I don't know. He was just like, people can pronounce Saoirse Ronan, but they can't pronounce like my name. And I'm like, wow. Because even that's a caveat. Like, people can maybe get to the Gaelic name. I think he was like Middle Eastern or something, or Indian maybe. Or no, I think he's Middle Eastern. And he was like, but people can't get to my, like a couple years ago. But I was like, wow, that is like a really good point. Like, we do make an effort for Gaelic names. The sniff. This audio is literally going to be like, so we're like, going to be like,
sorry team, first pod.
So I think that's just that's a really interesting topic of conversation. How people like weaponize names. How names are like, can you tell I study humanities? This is true. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your verdict?
I think you should be like, I think that getting upset if someone gets your name wrong, you're allowed to be guilty of your grievance.
For sure.
If it's malicious.
100%. And we can form human
respect goes both ways. Like, if someone mispronounces your name with, hard to tell obviously, but no malicious intent, then just correct them. Correct them,
exactly. And we can form connections with people without knowing their names, without speaking the same language.
Oh, yep.
And that's a really beautiful part of life, and often the most beautiful connections formed through that way. Yeah. Okay, court dismissed. Woo! Gavel, gavel, boom, boom, boom. Wow. So should we wrap this baddie up?
Wrap it up. We've been going for a while.
We have been going for a while, and we've got dinner soon.
It's the intro. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, true. So guys, we're going to make an Instagram. It's like, it's been made, but we're going to like start to...
Post to
come. This was so much fun. What are your like overall thoughts after the like last episode of a podcast? Last episode. Oh my God. What are you saying? What are your thoughts? The last bit of our first podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love this. I'm in love with doing a podcast.
Oh my gosh.
So fun.
Speaking through these headphones and this mic, guys,
so
is
fun.
So fun.
I thought I would hate it because I don't like the sound of my voice.
But isn't it shocking? It's like, wait, this is really fun. I'm kind of obsessed.
It's really fun. So I'm loving it. I loved it. I loved our segments. I'm excited
they
to
worked.
See this grow. They did work. How about you? How are you feeling?
Thank God. Put some thought into this. I'm feeling really good. I'm loving this. It worked really well because you don't know how friendship is going to translate to podcasts.
This is true. And we'll have to hear from our listeners. Like those of our listeners who really know us. You can also provide some feedback. And then also if you don't know us as well.
If you don't know us, it's just vibes.
This is what you're getting.
Expect some guests to come, as we alluded to.
Yeah, we've got a big list of guests.
We've got a big list.
You guys are in for a treat.
We love our people and we love our listeners. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys.
Thank you. See you next week.
See you next week.